Alright, what's going on, guys? What's up, TTC? This is J-Rock coming back at you. Feeling better. Whew. Man, thank God, am I glad to be over that sickness I had. I'll tell you what, it had me feeling rough. But, over that. But, first of all, I got quite a couple things I want to cover in this video, so I'm going to try to make things quick. First thing, my thoughts on the UAB game. Hey, we won. You know, we did what we had to do, and you know, we pretty much manhandled them like I thought we would. So we let them get a little bit too much offensive production than what I would have liked, and I think we could have done a couple things better. Dylan, you know, coming in and having to start for Shaw in the second half, you know, after he got hurt, did good as a backup again. So overall, we won just like I figured we would. So no surprise there, and that's all I got for that. Now moving on to Missouri. Now Missouri, oh boy, tomorrow I can't wait for this game. 3:30 CBS. Williams-Brice is gonna be swaying. You know, it's gonna be rocking. I'm gonna be at home because, you know, I not in the best financial situations to be able to go on these, you know, to go to games, and plus I got 3 kids, so yeah, we have to buy quite a few tickets, or if not, we have to get somebody to watch them. So, yeah, you know how stuff like that goes. But anyways, getting back on subject, so I'm gonna be ready for this game. I'm going to be pumped. It's our SEC home opener, man. But let's talk about Missouri. Let's see, James Franklin at quarterback. Now, this guy's a pretty good athlete. It's looking like he's probably gonna play. Not completely sure yet, though. I mean, yeah, he's a good player. And Missouri's offense, I think, might can do some things. I mean, I don't think we're gonna completely shut them down. Not saying that's not possible, because it is, but I'm leaning more towards the likelihood of them probably scoring some. I figured they'll probably be able to get something done on offense. But that brings me to our defense, which is just dominant. I mean, you got Clowney over there. He's a beast. Opposite end of him, Taylor, he's just taking care of anything that comes his way. Our linebackers have been doing pretty good. Secondary, actually, you know, to be as unexperienced as they was, I mean, they've been playing pretty good if you ask me. Our defense has just been lights out so far, but we really haven't had any competition, any, you know, like decent level competition. This is our first game against, you know, some decent competition, but I don't think much is going to be, you know, I don't think much is going to change. We're still going to win this one, in my opinion. Now our offense, we should be able to move the ball against these guys if we get, you know, hopefully Shaw will start, you know, and Spurs done said, if he gets hit again, it can't make the injury no worse. It's gotten as worse as it's going to get. It's only going to get better from here. So that's a good thing to hear. And maybe we can get the zone read going. We need to feed Lattimore the ball like we need, you know, like we ought to. He's got to get his carries. And I think if we do, though, Lattimore can easily have over 100 yards. Maybe he could be hitting anywhere from the 150 to 200 yard mark, but I'm not sure. But I'm hoping he's going to have a big game. I think the receivers are doing fine. Demir Bird, boy. Tell you what, talking about scorching the defense, Ellingson's been doing good, man. I mean, I'm just glad to see that receivers are stepping up in the place, you know, of Jeffrey, you know, now that he's gone. But anyways, Missouri's defense, I think, is somewhat capable, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to hold us for too long. I think this game will stay pretty close for the first quarter, or maybe the first half, but I think in the second half we're going to start pulling away from Missouri. If it is closer, though, I won't be totally surprised, but if we get out there and play at the level we need to play at, we'll have this. And like I said, going back to our defensive line is going to get good penetration. Our linebackers are going to do a good job of, you know, covering people and, you know, just getting there doing what they got to do. Secondary. Now, Swearinger is suspended for this game. I'll get to that in a little bit, but he is suspended. TJ Gurley, I think, will step in for him. But hey, no better time than now to see what he's got. So yeah. But again, I think our defense, is going to win us this game, because I think with the power of our offense, but then with our defense, I think we'll be able to shut them down and stop them. So, all in all, Missouri, I know your first, taste of SEC welcoming wasn't pleasant when you faced Georgia, but guess what? It's only going to get worse when you come to the brass tomorrow. But that's all I got to say. Gamecocks will win. Now, on to the hit with Swearinger. Now, this, I kind of understand it in a way, but then again, I really just don't. I mean, SEC just... First of all, I want to say, going back, look at the hit on Cunningham. Now, the guy was suspended for that. I don't see where that was fair. And then the guy that also that hit Shaw, a lot of people are saying it was a clean hit. But, come on, it kind of wasn't, because everybody knows the guy was targeting Shaw's shoulder. I mean, you could blatant, I mean, that was blatant. You could tell it on the replay. But, if he didn't get penalized, suspended or nothing, that's fine. But I don't think it was fair to do that to Swearinger. I mean, I think the foul and maybe a warning, you're like, hey, but if you do this again, you will get suspended. I think that would have been enough, but officials and, all these guys, all these safety rules, it's going to be a pain in the butt. You just have to deal with it. But I think even without Swearinger, our secondary is good enough to survive this game. And I'm just going to be glad we're going to have him back. He's only gone for 1 week. So let's just be positive and look at it, look at the bright side of it. He's only going to be gone 1 week. Then we got him back. So, also another thing I want to talk about right quick. Actually, 2 little things. First of all is the quarterback controversy. There's quarterback controversy at South Carolina. No, there's not. I'll say this. I don't think there is. Now, Thompson hasn't really proved himself against SEC talent, but he has done decent against the past few teams we've faced. But I mean, I think Thompson, and I know Spur gets happy when Thompson's on the field and he's able to air it out and get those long completions, down the field and stuff. But Shaw is our starting quarterback, and he deserves it no matter what. Now, if Shaw does start to get too hesitant, because it's all up to him how he plays from here on out. But if he starts to get too hesitant and just can't finish out games now, if Thompson happens to slip up and steal his spot, that's all going to be on Shaw. But for right now, I'm saying Shaw is a starter. And I'm just saying this. We got 2 pretty good quarterbacks. We got a pretty decent, we got a good backup, and we got a good first string, good starter. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Also, I seen Big Lil's video about this guy, Fancy Viper, or whatever his name was, and I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get on this subject right quick. Now, for me, I don't actually root for other teams in the SEC, but I prefer them to win if they're going up against another conference. And yeah, South Carolina hasn't won an SEC championship yet, but still, we're competitive in this, and I think we're gonna win it this year. I mean, I really got faith in us being able to win the SEC this year. But the thing is, regardless of the teams that say things, just look at the SEC as a whole. I mean, it's dominant, and that's just all there is to it. We're the best. And a lot of people aren't just going to be able to get over it. Now, this guy, he was a Florida State. He's a Florida State fan. God bless his soul. But, he was talking about Florida State's defense above ours. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Well, now, we've played a little bit better talent. We've played a little bit better competition than what they have, but neither one of us has still played any good team. But nah, I just don't see how. I just don't see their defense being better than ours. And nobody can't tell us that we don't have at least a top 10 defense. But I know we possibly got a top 5. But anyways, but he was basically going on about SEC homers and mess, all this stuff like that, dude. I mean, and for any of you fans of SEC team out here, you have to overlook people like this. They're just, first of all, they're dumb, they're ignorant, and they just can't accept the fact that SEC is the dominant conference. Now, I want SEC teams